I can't get back into vinyl. Yeah, you wouldn't. You're not serious. Nah, but what? I like music. You probably dig that band that played in Swingers, that 90s film. I like Dookie Buttons.
Hello, vinyl community. Back again. This time to do a Record Store Day 2017 video for you all. I know what you're thinking. Gee, I can really use another Record Store Day video, and I know there's a lot of people that like these. I've been commenting on a bunch that I've watched, getting excited about what people have been showing, and you know, a couple of people responded, well, why don't you show what you got? So at first I wasn't too keen on it, but I figured what the heck, because I think I can put this together fairly quickly. I got a couple other VCLT videos in work that it's going to take me a little while to put out because I got a lot of work stuff going on, but I had a short window here to try and put something together in the interim. But anyway, this is actually the first Record Store Day that I participated in on the day of. I've never been a big fan of waiting in line, but actually this time waiting in line was actually the best part of it, in my opinion, which I'll get into. But I've actually had better luck hitting the store the day afterwards, so, or going online. There's two places that I frequent online, like the day or 2 days after Record Store Day, and that is Bull Moose. Bull Moose has a ton of stuff that, you know, whatever they didn't sell in the stores, they put online. Amoeba is pretty good about it too, so the Amoeba website, like I'm showing you here, puts a lot of stuff. But you know, I went to the same place where I went on Record Store Day, Cactus, and here I am just digging through the boxes, and look at all the stuff I'm finding that's left over. Now, part of it is due to how they had things set up, which is unfortunate, but let me get into my story. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting in line, and I get there like 30 minutes after the store already opened, and it was fun just talking to people and finding out what records they were really after. And I mean, these people are not YouTubers, so it was very fun to talk to, you know, people that are not on the vinyl community. Don't get me wrong, I love you all, but you know, these are new faces. You get to hear about new passions, and you know, there was a girl in front of me and a girl behind me, and the guy behind me, they were Latino, and they were going for different stuff. And the guy who was behind me was like, man, I'm really after that Santana record. And I'm like, you know, I saw something. What is a Santana record? And he said, well, hey, it's Santana at Woodstock, and it's like the first time they've issued the full concert on vinyl. And you know, the Woodstock album has a couple of cuts off this, but you know, this is the first time it's been in a full release. And that got me thinking. I'm like, hey, that might be kind of cool. And what I don't like about the Record Store Day list is, you know, yeah, you see the titles, but you know, I like to thumb through and figure out, okay, what's on it. There's a bunch of cool stuff. I'd like to take a look at the records and the tracks and everything. So he got me to pick this one up, and he and I grabbed the last two copies. Now this was put out by Columbia, Sony. Now there's a theme going on here. So okay, this was pressed at MPO. MPO is in France, and you know, people talk about, you know, the price. So this was 23, and yeah, a little bit pricey for a single record. The girl that was in front of me was after a rap group called UGK. They did a special Texas release in the shape of Texas, and the artist signed it and everything. But she was also after Alice in Chains, and you know, I saw it on the list, and I'm not too big of picking up 45 singles, but like Alice in Chains, I'm like, oh, why the hell not? So I get in line, I say Alice in Chains, they give it to me, and you know, look, it's like 16 bucks for like, you know, 4 songs. Two of these are the last songs that Lane Staley sung, and it also has 2 tracks on that terrible movie, The Last Action Hero. Cool songs, fantastic soundtrack, but the movie was, I didn't even finish it. It was so bad for me. But that's just my opinion. But this is, you know, Alice in Chains is on Columbia, pressed at MPO. Now, what's odd, so I was prepping for another video based on a conversation I had with Dr. Robert. So this is the new Star Wars Gold Edition. Now, issued by Sony. Where was this guy pressed? MPO. So the day after, when I'm thumbing through things, I come across the Flaming Lips, which I had saw on the list and I totally forgot. The sticker really sold me on it, and so a live, a fictional, fantastical live Flaming Lips performance on the International Space Station. So that's what sold me on it. So, and I love the Flaming Lips anyway, but yeah, Flaming Lips, they've been doing, or at least Warner has been pressing a lot of their stuff at Record Industry, like I'm showing you here, and this was mastered by Chris Bellman.
1,000 suns are in the sky right now. Let them shine, shine for just 1 hour. I tried to tell you, but I don't know how.
Next up, I didn't pick this up at Cactus. This is one that I got online. I got it several days after because it was a European Record Store Day release by Music on Vinyl, and that is Hooverphonic. This is Jackie Chain. I think this is the second or third album that they did with the lead singer Geika. And to be quite honest, I think, you know, after her they kind of trailed off. This is ambient, electronic, a little bit of jazz. Very interesting mix. They only did 1,000 copies. This one I had to go for because I don't think the fan base is there to really do another press. I could be wrong, but you know, I don't see this immediately coming out again. This was done on red vinyl, and yeah, I like the title track, Jackie Kane. So here you go.
You're in charge, you always were. There's no denying. Fire burns. I took a lot, but now I'm gonna give back to you whatever I got, 'cause we're one and will always be.
Now the reason why I decided to go this time was there was one record that I was really hoping to find and I didn't get it, and that was the Thelonious Monk issue by Resonance, which I'm showing you here. I'm not too worried about it because I know that Resonance, if they're making money off something, they're going to do a second press. Also, Monk had a tendency to re-record a lot of his compositions over and over again. Sometimes he could do some interesting things with them, so this was not anything new, so to speak, so you know, I'm not upset that I didn't get it. But Resonance also had 2 other releases, one from Bill Evans, which I never saw, and then this is one of the things that I walked out with the day of, and that was Wynton Kelly, the Wynton Kelly Trio with Wes Montgomery on Resonance. Pressed at RTI, mastered by Bernie Grundman. Yeah, it sounds fantastic. They do limited runs, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that this guy is going to come out again. And you know, it features Jimmy Cobb along with Wynton Kelly, so 2 members of the Miles Davis Quintet from the early 60s and late 50s. So yeah, this is just fantastic. Resonance, you know, they are archaeologists of jazz, and they're digging up these rare jazz gems and they're putting them out there. So I honestly think, or I hope, that they will do a larger pressing of this, because the music needs to be out there, and I know there's a lot of fans of Wes Montgomery and Bill Evans and Thelonious Monk. I'm also a fan of Black Lion. This is another one that I walked out with the day of. I saw it on the list, and you know, every time I see a Black Lion release, I grab it. Some of them can be hit or miss, but you know what they've done with Dexter Gordon is particularly good. Now this was mastered at SST and pressed at Palace. It's on clear vinyl. Sounds fantastic. A little bit too damn pricey if you ask me, but I got some free money, so I figured, hey, what the heck. And yeah, I sold some stuff, so I got some cash. Now the last thing that I did pick up is probably the most exciting thing, and I want to give you a sound sample here. I grabbed it out the day afterwards because this was one of those times I had the opportunity to look at things. And there was a new label called Modern Harmonic, and this is Astro sounds from beyond the year 2000 by Jerry Cole. This is just fantastic. It's loungy, it's psychedelic. There's just nothing like it, and it was limited to 650 copies. But I think you're going to be able to find this easy. So if you like what you're hearing, yeah, go for it. And Electrum Harmonics, they have an interesting catalog where they're putting out stuff like this. They're doing old Sun Ra stuff, which is just fantastic, and they have this fantastic website. I really recommend checking them out because they're doing some cool represses of some extremely rare records. I am under the assumption that this was done at Quality Record Pressing or Acoustic Sounds, just because of the loose jacket. QRP doesn't put all their stuff in the dead wax, but it was mastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio. And here's a sound sample. So there you have it. That was my record store day 2017. Honestly, for the next one, it really depends. If I get a kitchen pass, I might do it again, but I've actually had some really good luck, checking out the store the day afterwards or going online. But this one wasn't bad for me. There was nothing that was really super exciting to me at all. Was there anything super exciting to you? What did you think? I've seen a ton of videos, so thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you the next time.